Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Witch Girl Adventures right here on my channel. I am Little Red Dot. I am so excited that you are joining us tonight. It is a special episode for two reasons. One, we have 6 witches today. What? I know. So we have 6 witches today. No, I know.
There's so many of us.
And not only do we have 6 witches, but we have a guest witch that makes our 6th witch tonight. Princess Lucinda Nightbane is joining us. But before I get too deep into that, let's go around to this incredible crew that I've got here tonight. You guys introduce yourself and tell us what character you'll be playing. And for those of you that were here last week, why don't you tell us what was your character's favorite bit of the day of finals? What are they most proud of? And we'll actually start with our lovely Renee and Daria Deerheart.
At the same time?
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry, I got you guys backwards. I apologize, I'm like staring at the wrong screen. Let me fix that, and we'll try again. Let's start with our Daria Deerheart, because it is the top one on the right, but that's actually played by Marcy. So, Marcy, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcy Velen. I'm the Owl of, the GM for Owl of Lycia, and today I'm playing Daria Deerheart, who is a sorcerer who specializes in alteration magic. She has only like one prized possession, and that is her lizard named Grant Elis. It's a pretty good lizard.
It's a pretty great lizard. And we're going to learn all about this lizard, actually first up today. So, now that I have you guys right, we'll keep moving right along. And let's learn about our lovely Jess.
Mute it again.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, Shauna, Flying Cirrus on Twitter. I am playing Jessamine Hana. She is a outsider. She's a outsider witch. Broom sports, her primary thing, not necessarily spells, and she is a half werewolf, so if that comes into play anytime soon.
Yeah, probably today. Actually, we'll see how that goes for her. Moving right along, now in the correct place on the screen, because I just love confusing all of you and showing you that I'm truly a professional with no tech issues ever on this channel, is our witch, Morwen Locke.
Hi, I'm Renee. I'm playing Morwen Law. It's fine. I'm no pressure. Let's see. Oh gosh. See, Morwen's favorite part of last session. Morwen is a time and space witch. She's here from a couple centuries ago, and she's learned the ropes better than her new sister has by now. She knows what the internet is. She thinks she knows how to pass her finals. But apparently people don't like old English poems as much as she did. Mm-hmm. So she thinks that she deserves a better grade because it really was well done, and it's not her fault that people don't have taste.
Okay, yeah, all those things are true. Yeah.
You can find me personally at RayDNR on Twitter, and doing a lot of other things as well, like my podcast, Fate and the Fable Maidens.
Yes, one of my favorite podcasts. Shh, don't tell anyone.
I get to guest star on one of my favorite podcasts on Monday, so.
Awesome. Yeah, so moving right along, let's just cut across. We have our Raven Callahan, played by Eris.
Hello, I am Eris Savad. I make dice trays and I play a lot of games. But you're not here for me, you're here for Raven. Raven Callahan is quite an enthusiastic witch. She's not the best at anything, really, but she goes through life with an enthusiasm that could probably kill someone someday. She did just get in trouble for searching for bumbleberry buns, which are apparently illegal.
You didn't just search for it. You found them.
I found them.
You found a bumbleberry bun.
I kind of got caught with them in my possession.
You did. Yeah, you were caught. Yeah, yes.
But I was honest about the circumstances, and I got a broom out of it. So I think Raven's having a pretty good day overall. And she also got some blueberry buns, too.
You did, yeah. Yes, you got blueberry instead of bumbleberry. Yeah. All right. Somebody else that's still figuring the world out. We have Gluttonous Geek here to play Loretta Maitre.
Hi there, I'm Catherine Barsonistas of the gluttonousgeek.com, a nerdy recipe website with food based off of video games, movies, television shows, you get it. I play Loretta Maitre, a conjuration witch who literally stepped out of a 1950s sitcom. And I would say probably what she learned last episode is behold the power of pie. Even if it's a black and white apple pie, even all witches love pie.
It's very true. Thank you, Power
Yes.
Square. Thank you, Power Square out there for those bits. I'm going to talk a little bit here in just a second about how your bits can affect the game. You can see, actually, this little bar just went up. Our drama is getting ever closer to our endpoint of where the drama lives. So fill it up so we can get to some drama. Yeah, and last but certainly not least, we have somebody that I have been dying to play with, as well as invite to this channel, and she's playing one of my favorite witch girls. So, Albergy, tell us who you are and what character you play.
My name is Kelly. I am the Opera Geek, pretty much everywhere, actually, at the Opera Geek. And yeah, I've been wanting to play with Dot forever and never lined up, but I think we booked this like 2 months ago.
We did, yeah. I literally reached out the moment Tiffany told me she could be here. I was like, I know who I need for this. So I was like, oh, please tell me you can do this. So
and from what I know, which isn't a whole lot, I'm going to be playing a mean girl, Princess Lucinda of Nightbane. You know, like you do, I guess.
Like you do. Yes, like you do. Oh, thank you, WebDM. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, friend. This is true. You will be playing, she is a mean girl. Not the meanest of mean girls. She has some soft spots, which we may learn a little bit more about tonight. But, Lucinda does have a specific soft spot for bullying our 6 witches. Their little clique, if you would. Now, I am Chelsea, the GM. I am excited to be on our 3rd episode of 4 of our little Witch Girls campaign. Thank you for all of you out there that have dropped bits. If you didn't know, when you drop bits, things fall from the sky. They're going to land in a cup, which is down there. And when they do, sometimes they'll splash. It's fun. But as the cup fills up, so does the drama bar. And when the drama bar hits the end, as you can rightfully assume, something, well, drama ensues. So let's give these witches some drama, yeah? So that's one way. You can also simply support the writer. This game is part of a series that I run here on my channel on a monthly basis called, thank you out there for more splashing D20s all over the place. I dig it. This is part of a series that I do here on this channel once a month called Monthly Indies, where I play a game that needs a little FaceTime to the world so that people can see it run, have incredible RPers like this group here, roll dice or sometimes draw cards. And we just closed out our Capers game, and Witch Girls will be the 2nd in this series that I now run. So I am just so thrilled to have such a great group, and for all of you to show up and come see this game in action. So, if you want to learn more about Witch Girls Adventures, you can do so there, and go check the game out. In fact, as well, if you are in chat tonight, you get a special code and bundle discount, which is pretty exciting. You can get 20 PDFs for $25. So that's literally all the Witch Girls PDFs that have ever been for like all 20 of them. So you can play all the Witch Girls. They even have one I've been eyeballing that's a tech witch game where you play witches in cyberspace. So get on that. You can do that by this code right here. Da-da-da-da. So go support Witch Girls just like we are. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty, which is what has happened. We are halfway through what is a small but robust little campaign here. So each of our episodes are taking place in a 24-hour span, so we are on day 3, counting down to what will be the finale episode of the Yule Cotillion, of course, the biggest and greatest dance. Oh, so much love out there tonight. The biggest and greatest dance that Willow Mist Academy hosts once a year. Now, the Yule Cotillion is nothing to blink at. The girls are allowed to bring boys on campus for this. Yes, I see those eyes, Princess Lucinda. I saw that. And more importantly, you're allowed to invite mundanes as well, which is kind of a thing, but that means that you can't cast or use magic at the Yule Cotillion, but you can't show up in anything at the Yule Cotillion, certainly not your uniform or your everyday attire, so you have to have something a little snazzy, something that shows your personality, is how the mistress likes to encourage the girls. So, but leading up to all of this, before you could go dress shopping, before you could even think about the Yule Cotillion, not only did you have finals to contend with, but you got a new girl to your bunk. The 6th bed and the 60th slot here at Willow Mist was filled by our own Lorena Maytree, who is a bit naive to the world thanks to a daydream that her mother basically trapped her in for the last 16 years. Now she is ownership of the Witches Council, basically, and they are in charge of making sure that she is educated, and she has been partnered with a pretty stellar group of ladies, including Jess, Raven, Morrowind, Daria, and of course our lovely Tiffany, who is not here tonight. So, Last game you all took your finals. Some of you passed. Some of you did not. Jess, cough, 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 cough. But the adventures of finals seem to be undermined by the significant fact that a sticky bun, a bumbleberry sticky bun, was brought onto campus. Unbeknownst to our sweet little raven. Oh, you sweet, sweet summer child. The old woman which asked you to go retrieve it, did not tell you that it was a highly illegal item, because it's used in one specific spell. Don't really know what that spell is yet, but the headmistress burned it. And the 5 of you stood there and watched it crumble into ash in front of you as it burned a thick black smoke. You were sent back to your dorms to kind of close out your evening, to awaken bright and early. But one of your 6 sisters wasn't there for the day before finals. And she wasn't there to take her finals. The headmistress did not seem concerned about where she was, as if she knew. But our dear Daria Dearheart has been on her own little adventure. Daria, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you missed final exams?
Oh, yeah. So my lizard here got lost, and I couldn't find him anymore, so I went after him. That's all. He's usually a good lizard, you know? But, I don't know. I think I was scared of something.
So it did, in fact, run off, and you were able to track him and follow him out of the mundane realm and into the witch's realm. He went through a very strange portal on the backside of Willow Mist property about 2 days ago. To the desert is where it dropped you.
Ooh.
And as you arrived, you watched not only your lizard, but animals from all across the multiverse drop into what could only be considered an animal meeting of some kind, a familiar council. All these critters, camels alike, lizards, birds, some creatures very much out of place, cats and dogs, rats and frogs, anything that witches may use as a kind of familiar.
Whoops, I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
You're definitely not. You tower over the head of the most of the creatures. But it is one creature in particular that stands out to you, we'll say. He's the last one to enter, and it is a mini dragon. Not larger than a pocketbook. Literally, a little dragon. Yeah, tiny dragon. Yeah. He has small wings. If the rest of your sisters were around, they'd recognize it probably as the same dragon that toasted the buns that they brought back to campus. So this little lizard steps up onto a small sand dune and overlooks all the creatures and kind of puffs his chest out, even though he's very scrawny and his wings kind of flutter. And he speaks to the group. And he says, "We are gathered here to speak of something that has not been spoken of in centuries." The animals make strange noises, as if maybe whispering to one another in their own tongue. Yeah, a few people are like, what is he talking about? I don't know. He says, "The sticky bun has been toasted." A goat passes out next to you, just tips over. Your lizard knows that this is bad news. It's bad news because the bun, as the animals call it, that is not to be spoken of, is used in a spell to release a very powerful witch from prison. One that has been rumored to basically create the apocalypse upon her return. An ancient witch. And the dragon says, Now is the time. We must alert our witches, our sisters. We must tell them of this. If we do not, it could mean the end of them, us, and the mundane world as we know it. Yeah. I love that so much. Oh, so much hosting and love out there. Thank you all. So you kind of witness the animals. A few of them seem very, the unease in the air, the way animals get when they're kept in cages, even though you stand in the middle of the blazing Sahara Desert. Does your lizard speak to you directly?
Yes, I am able to maintain a connection with it in which we can communicate over, I think, 100 miles? It's rather long.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I can double check that, but I think that's...
Does he also speak in a Cockney accent, or is he just like a lizard?
Oh, no, he just speaks lizard.
He just speaks
Sounds
lizard. Okay.
a bit Russian, I guess.
Oh my god, okay. Yeah, he goes,
Sorry.
oh no, he goes, Daria. Do you know what this means? I don't know why I'm Spanish and not Russian, but
I don't know what it means.
it means the Akaida, the Great Witch. She beckons for a return.
Oh. That sounds alarming.
He puffs, he says, you should know this. Did you not study for your history exam?
Oh, I guess oh crap, I'm missing the exam.
He goes, he poofs up and he goes, oh no, you're missing the exam. And a few of the animals have started to leave. You can see that there is a transportation portal that obviously will take you wherever you need to go to kind of exit the place. But he continues to speak to you as he's like, quickly, we must get back. Time is different when you travel through, well, time. And he kind of, I don't know, does he ride your shoulders, or you hold him, or is he...
Oh, no, I have the ability to turn 5 inches tall, and I ride him out.
Amazing. That's amazing. You mount your lizard. And you ride it through the portal back to campus. When you arrive, it is very, very late. You don't know exactly how long you've been gone, but you can rightfully assume, based on the fact that it is evening and all the girls are out and about and they all seem to be bustling on the campus and things, that they don't have classes the next day, which means not only did you miss study day, you missed exams.
Ay, crepe. I didn't mean to do that.
He whispers.
That's not good.
Yeah, he goes, Daria, we must find your sisters and the headmistress quickly.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go back to the dorm.
So you head back to the dorms. You realize as you enter that it is not just late, it's kind of the morning.
Oh.
Like, your sisters are all asleep, and when you kind of push the door open, a few things come into light. There's a very fat cat on the end of a bed that has laid empty for a while. There's the usual owl in the room, Morrowind's owl, and now, of course, your lizard as well. And one of your sister's beds lays empty.
Huh. Grains, should we really wake them up? Yeah? They're sleeping, they're so cute when they're sleeping.
Because they are cute when they sleep. Alright. Just lay down and you could use rest too. It looks like we have missed about 48 hours.
I've been awake for 48 hours.
Well,
that's a long time.
You traveled through time, so it works differently. Study, Daria. You must keep up with your studies.
I'm doing that. I'm just not getting exams. All right, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, you lay down. Morning comes very quickly, quicker than you probably expect, and all of you awake in your dorm. It is Saturday morning. Loretta, you have your first shift at the diner.
All right, she rushes out of bed and washes off all of her cold cream and takes her hair out of her rollers and just gets all fabulous looking because she's a classic 1950s waitress and has to look fabulous. Gets the cute little cat eye glasses on and pets Mr. Whiskers before just kind of skipping out the door and starts whistling a happy tune on the way to the diner.
Oofa. So you head down to the diner. More than likely, your hustle bustle woke. I would say, unless you guys are heavy sleepers, the rest of you in the dorm. Daria is back when you kind of awake. And Daria, you may have also witnessed this, like, out of... Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Thank you. So close to drama. We're so close to drama. You may have witnessed this strange, like, out of... a Pleasantville kind of a thing, just step out of her bed, get dressed, put on her cute shoes, and, like, bustle out.
Raven would have sat in bed watching it, just completely wide-eyed, like, oh my gosh, do I get to watch this every morning? Because that was adorable.
If you've ever seen the opening of Mrs. Maisel, that's pretty much exactly what it looks like.
I love that.
Except for the whole waking up in a full face of makeup thing.
I think that Morwen is usually an early riser, but she lost so much sleep studying for finals that today is a bit draggy.
Yeah, the group of you aren't there to make your cute little breakfast like you did the morning before finals. Maybe it's just a pot of coffee.
Loretta probably remembered to make breakfast for them, so
Wow.
Just snapped her fingers before leaving, and there's stacks of pancakes laid
So
out.
there is a spread for all of you. Loretta left a spread.
Raven will tuck into that.
Yeah, once I realize that that's there, I'll kind of like,
The eggs are black and white, though.
okay, that's...
Raven doesn't care.
So anyways.
And
like, oh, this is
the bacon
cool.
might be purple because she couldn't remember which color it corresponded to.
It's so early in the morning. I don't think Jess notices. It's just like, it's food. It smells good.
Yeah. You guys eat, clearly missing the fact that one of your sisters that was there is no longer. And the other sister is back.
Oh, someone...
Daria awake?
Is Daria awake?
No, probably sleeping.
I think then it takes Morwen a while to realize they're there. Then, kind of like as she's like eating, at one point she kind of looks up and sees them in the bunk and just tilts her head and is like, Daria! Daria's back.
Daria's back? Oh my gosh. And then she, Raven, jumps in bed with Daria and says, wake up, sleepyhead!
Oh.
Where
Oh.
have you been?
Wait, I was trying to find, Grant. He disappeared, so I went after him. It's great.
His tongue, like, comes out.
Oh, right. There's some sort of, big old evil witch thing coming back from the dead or something.
Oh, also, you missed exams. You 100% weren't there.
Yeah.
Purple bacon?
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I missed exams. It's, it's not
I
ideal, but,
hate to break it to you, but I don't know how
Lydia?
you're going to recover from that.
recover from what?
Missing exams.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll just let me retake them or something. Seeing as I'm sort of the harbinger of doom right now. You know?
And it is almost on cue, all too perfect. The intercom in the school comes on, and you hear the voice of your headmistress, one that you know very well. And she says, please report to my office, Daria Dearheart, Jess, Hannah, Morrowind Locke, Loretta Maitrey, Raven Callahan, and Princess Lucinda Nightbane.
What?
Oh, no. Again?
And from
Again?
down the hall, you just hear, what?
Nervous by this point because otherwise she probably doesn't hear that.
Yeah, you may have, you might have caught it on the end, but you know that you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be. And you're like, already we're back in the principal's office?
Yeah, we were just there yesterday. We didn't do anything wrong again, did we?
Raven?
I look at Raven.
I didn't
Loretta
do anything.
conjures
I
up
wasn't
the-
even flying my new broom in the hallways, I swear.
You were totally flying your new broom in the hallways, weren't you?
She hit something. She hit a bunch of things.
It was probably a priceless something.
No, I didn't. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay, I'll shovel one last piece of purple bacon in my face and get dressed for the day.
Yeah.
If it wasn't bad enough, we had to deal with Princess again.
As Jess says that, Lucinda walks by the door, looks at Morwen shoving food in her face and goes, well, that explains a lot, and just keeps walking.
Goddess be with me, goddess be with me.
Loretta walks up and she's already conjured up a plate of coffee cake and a thermos of coffee. It's like, what did I miss? What happened? I thought, was it my flying exam? I swear, I haven't flown a broom and I can't even remember how long, and... Wait, this isn't about me, is it? Coffee cake? I'll just hold on to it from the mistress. Let's just go in.
Yes.
So I'm sure that Lucinda probably beats them there. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
arrive with them. I'm guessing all of you in tow, including Loretta, who may be late for her shift. We'll find out. Steps up into the office of your headmistress, Aurora Mist. For those of you that don't know, Aurora Mist is a very thin and tall woman, beautiful, long blonde hair, and she wears a red cape or cloak that touches the ground that matches the colors of the school. And she sits already in her morning chair, having her tea, and she simply motions to you to come closer, all of you, including Lucinda.
I'll come closer, but I lean away from Lucinda.
I brought you some coffee cake. Just kind of set it down.
I'll just kind of like
Rolls the
edge in
coffee.
there. Edge in there, just kind of like shoulder bump her, like Lucinda a little bit.
Oh, good morning, Your Highness.
So, is Princess a name or is it a title? Because one of those things is definitely cooler than the other.
It is an actual title. She is actually the Princess of Nightbane.
I'm going to let her answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you were asking me the question. I didn't realize you weren't actually talking to her. No, you're good. That was my confusion. Yeah, by all means, ask her.
What do you think?
You really going to let me say what I think?
I imagine it would be a very short sentence.
Yeah,
Well-
probably.
I have a friend named Queenie back at home, so I guess maybe it might be a name.
Yeah. Like I said, one of them is definitely cooler than the other.
It's my title.
Oh, yeah, wrong one. Anyway.
The headmistress says nothing as she watches the six of you stand in her office having, we'll call it banter, back and forth, and she, the only thing that breaks really your conversation is the tinking of her teacup as she sets it down and sits forward as if she's now ready to speak to all of you. I know that I saw some of you just yesterday, but it has come to my attention that there is a little hostility on this campus. Lucinda, I took you in because your father begged me to, and for good reason. If you do not know, I see everything that goes on this campus. All of it. And I no longer can sit by and allow you to cast magic against your sisters. The five of you have been into some things in the last 48 hours. And Loretta here is brand new, so I am wondering why all of you who have been here for so long seem to be leading her down the wrong path. No? No answers. Great. Today is a very important day. It is the day before the Yule Cotillion, or have you all forgotten?
Yep.
Great. Well, missing it is not an option. So, today, I am giving you a task. All of
What?
you, yes. All of you will find a date. All of you will come dressed in your best attire, whatever you feel that is. Lucinda, you are to escort them to the Grand Mall and assure that they get there, find an outfit, and return back here.
What?
Why?
Wh-
Why?
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
I'm speaking. The
Well, you
reason
weren't.
is because you have broken one of our co-rules. Not only here on the campus of Willow Mist, but in our witch society. So, your punishment is to assure that they show up at the Yule Cotillion looking their best. And I have no doubt that the Princess of Nightbane can make that happen, yes?
But, Headmistress, don't you rather think that's like putting lipstick on a pig? Except, I like pigs.
Well,
I actually saw that in the last 48 hours and it looked great, to be honest.
Oh my god, where do you find these people?
Overnight conjures up a plate of purple bacon. Bacon?
ladies. I understand that you have your preferences, Princess. But you are here because, well, right now you cannot go back. So, these are your sisters. And you are going to help them. I feel it might do you some good, Lucinda. And for the 5 of you, I have a feeling it may do you some good to, well, find some Willow Mist spirit,
Oh, it's just overflowing. I'm overflowing with Willow Mist spirit right now.
That's a girl, Lucinda. Now you keep up that spirit and lead them to and from. And Daria, do not think that I have forgotten you missed your finals.
Oh yeah, I missed him. Is there any way to retake them? Out of curiosity.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh no, actually, I went long story, and actually, everyone here should hear this too, because it's kind of the end of the world.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the witch?
Her name is Aurora Mist.
Aurora. No, the one that's coming. That is...
Echinida.
Yep, that's the one. So you know that famed witch, the daughter of Lilith, but not the quite so good one, the bad one, Echidna?
Oh,
Kinda.
Sticky buns of the apocalypse are burning, so to speak.
Her head turns and looks right at Raven. And looks right back at you and she says, am I to understand that you believe she is going to, awaken?
Well, no, not awaken, so to speak. She's actually it's more of an active thing rather than a try to do it herself kind of thing. I walked in on a familiar council. If you have a familiar, you'll probably get your message soon. They're going around.
She looks right at your lizard. And she smiles. My tarot yesterday told me that you would find an answer to something. I thought it would be for your own question. But I realize it is now for mine. Ladies, I am going to tell you something. And then I am going to go report to the Witches' Council. So I expect you to do exactly as I tell you. If it is true that the sticky bun was asked for by some random old woman, and that the familiars are meeting in their own council after this long of a time, things are not good. What did you learn in history class about Echinida? Yes, right. Not all of you did so well in your history final. So,
I know a few things, but I am a bit burnt out on history.
I can only imagine. She smiles, and she's
the first vampire, right?
She was more than that, Loretta. Yes, she was a vampire, I guess you could say, in a sense of the terms. Not with the sharp teeth as you know them, but more like that of death. She believed that only her and her followers should exist in this realm. The last time she roamed freely, the world as we know it was barren. And it was only until Lilith herself came back and imprisoned her that we could live freely. There's always the whisper and the tale that she will return, that Lilith was not powerful enough to actually defeat her permanently. There are spells that open up portals to and through time and space that lead to dark places, ones that witches and immortals should never go. If what you say is true, and actions have been set into place, she looks at the wizard, and she looks at Raven. Then we do not have much time. So, but first, you must all get proper attire for the formal, yes? To the mall. I must go speak to the Witches' Council.
Oh, I just, can I still take my finals? Because
Right, your finals.
Yeah.
Here's what we shall do for, surprisingly, being part of something that I could not have seen myself. I will excuse you from having missed them. That being said, you are only excused until Monday. I will issue your finals directly to you privately myself to assure that you take them and that they are graded appropriately.
that definitely sounds better, not worse.
Great. She says, now, chop chop, I have my tea to finish and clearly a couple cakes to eat. And she kind of reaches over and pulls a few cakes and she says, quickly. And Loretta, you're late for your shift.
Oh, she runs out.
Yeah, and you bolt out and she sees you go.
Arms flailing all over the place.
As all of you go to exit, she doesn't turn, she doesn't even move. All you hear is her voice. And she says, ladies, what I have shared with you is private. Spreading this information will cause panic amongst the witches.
Yes, ma'am.
Go on. And enjoy yourselves. Especially for those that have never seen the Grand Wall.
Morwen spares a glance towards the fire where the sticky bun burned. Sticky bun burned yesterday.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. So you would think that usually it probably like burned to a crisp and then ash into dust. It seems to have held shape as if it has just charcoaled it into this like multi-tiered piece of charcoal.
Oh.
Come on, losers, we're going shopping.
Yeah, Raven probably also, like, couldn't take her eyes off of that the entire time they were in the room.
Yeah.
I am flouncing out because I can flounce. I'm a very good flouncer.
Yes, you flounce out.
So, I'm gonna hold everybody back for a second and be like, so it sounds like she needs us to go shopping with her. What if we just didn't until she's nicer to us?
I can hear you.
How about we take the fast way? Let's take the brooms. More time at the mall.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. I'm bad at flying though. Can I write in one of your pockets?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I'm not taking a broom after yesterday.
Oh.
Oh, it's fine. You can ride on my Vespa.
Oh, yeah.
Still good. I will see you all there.
They're passing by Loretta as she's still running to the diner.
Right, you're like on foot running towards the diner, and as the five of them kind of come out, and you guys are all headed the same direction, because you know to actually get to this place, there is on campus, basically, it's like a portal door. It allows you to go to and from by typing in a specific location. If you are well acquainted with the land of witches, we'll call it the Witch Kingdom, Nightbane, you probably have been to this place. If you are more of the mortal sort when you are not at school, you have never been to this place, so you won't know the address. And the only way to get there probably is if Lucinda types it in. She knows the address to the mall. Let's all go to the mall.
I know where the mall is.
The mall.
Oh, good. You know how to read. Good.
And as you guys bustle past Loretta, who is on foot running towards the center of this little town right outside of campus, you hear another set of feet. Lucinda, you know this set of feet. It is that of your right-hand witch, your best witch, Cersei Woodsworth. She's oftentimes the brunt end of your anger when they can't be, but is loyal. She is loyal and not very smart. And she comes bustling up, her blonde ponytail like swaying and bobbing. She is in her everyday attire and should not be running across the lawn in these heels. And she's like wobbling, and she's like, Lucinda! Lucinda!
Oh, God. What?
Where are you going with the toadstools?
I have to go shopping.
But we go shopping.
Yes, but I go shopping with you by choice.
Oh. Well, like, who forced you?
Who do you think? There's only one person in here who can force me to do anything.
Oh. And it takes her, like, way too long to, like, put all the pieces together.
It takes that long.
Well, like, can I come?
Oh, whatever. I might as well take all the plebeians with me.
And she, and she's like, oh, Kay, we have to be seen with them and stuff?
Yes.
Oh.
It's unfortunate.
Okay.
Now, imagine, take this feeling that you're having right now.
Okay.
Think about it very hard. Think how you feel being seen with them. Right? Do you have it?
Uh-huh.
Now imagine how I feel every time I have to go anywhere with any of you.
Oh. Wait, does
and then
that
she
like
will start
include me?
walking towards the teleportation.
Cersei still stands there like thinking and grunting and like trying to complete your directions, really. And what you walk up to is a door. It's just like a door frame, like the worst kind of theater type door frame. Just standing in the middle of a field out back of the stadium. And there is we'll call it a small pedestal next to it. You know this well. When you walk over to it, you touch the top in just the right spot, and a computer pops up out of the top of it.
Sorry, I got distracted. That happens a lot.
That's okay. So yeah, the computer basically pops up that where you have to type in the address, and you click, click, click away. You know this address all too well.
Oh, the temptation is so strong to send them somewhere else. Fine, and I will type in the address of the mall.
Yeah, so you click to the Grand Mall. Almost as if, you know, like when you go to photocopy something on a printer and the light, it does that on the back side of the door. Panning down from top to bottom, you can see it through a keyhole on the other side. As it hits the bottom, there's almost like an elevator. Ding.
Get in, losers. We're going shopping.
And
Be sure we trust her.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna study for my exams. I got like 2 extra days on this. So I'll see how
You have to come.
No, I actually don't. She needs me to come. My lizard's telling me to study, so I'm gonna go do that.
I mean, it's one less of you that I have to worry about. But
Absolutely.
she did say that you are supposed to come with me.
No. She said that you are supposed to get us to do things. So I'm just gonna start walking away back to the.
I would like to cast Shrink.
Okay.
Put her in my pocket.
Okay.
Question: because I'm half Fae, can I roll against that? Can I do anything?
You
to stop
absolutely
that? 'Cause
can.
I am an expert shrinker. Oh, sorry, I'm a half fairy.
I'm an expert
shrinker.
shrinker. Yes, so there are a few things you could do here.
Rick Moranis?
First,
Yes.
yeah. So when you go basically to cast it, she is going to get, she can take something against it, basically, to stop it from happening. So the first thing that we need to do is have you roll the actual casting of the spell to see what you do. So,
Okay, so this is where it gets fun, because I don't know none of this.
correct. So I'm going to walk you through it. So the first thing you're going to do is roll your magic.
Me neither.
Perfect. You'll both learn. This is great. So the first thing you'll do is roll your magic die. For those of you that are new in chat, the way that Witch Girls functions is on a D4 to a D12 like spectrum, and you assign each one of those dice, D4, D6, D8, D10, and D12, to your skills as we know them, or in this case we call them attributes. And so body may be a D4, or your magic may be a D12, but you don't always roll the same dice. So the first thing you do is roll your basic attribute, which is magic. So because you're casting. So D12.
D12.
This is an alteration spell, so you are a rank 7, which means you'll add 7 to that.
So, stop it. Okay, D12 plus 7.
It's pretty good.
I was about to say Lucinda's pretty, she's really stupidly.
She's real strong. She's
Yeah.
really strong.
Yeah, she's stupidly strong.
16.
16.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So to stop this, you have 2 options. You can make a will attribute check, and then add anything that you think that you can to it. I believe there's actually one called, what is it? I'm not going to be able to find it because I want it. Look at, I thought Lucinda actually has it. It's called Spellbreaker.
Yeah, I have that too.
Great. So you would add your will dice to Spellbreaker.
Okay.
If you wanted to like roll against it and just try to like basically withstand it naturally. And then if you have a bonus for being a fae, I'd have to look that up.
I don't think I get a bonus for it. I'm just asking because I do shrink.
That's true. You know what it's like to shrink. That's true. I would give you an extra point for just being the shrinkiest of the shrink.
Well, I don't need to roll for it. I already lose.
Oh, because you just can't beat it naturally?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it doesn't matter what you do. You know what it is to shrink, so it's not like you're trying to necessarily fight it, but it's not necessarily in your own will. It is against it. And Lucinda is powerful. You can feel her magic, like, pulse through you. So, down you go. Lizard stays, I'm guessing, normal size next to you.
Yeah, probably.
I will pick Daria up by the back of her coat or whatever I can reach. And I'm assuming that I have like some kind of bag.
No
probably
doubt.
designer.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have her instead?
No. And I will open up.
It's fine. I want this. I'm gonna ruin your stuff.
I love this so much.
So the first thing I'm going to do is take out of my bag. I will take out like a little pouch that I would normally keep like makeup in or whatever. I'm going to kind of dump the makeup out. And then I'm going, it's cloth, don't worry, you won't suffocate. And then I will put her in the bag and tie the top off.
Okay.
And then put that in my bag.
I'm sure.
Possibly you shouldn't say what you're thinking to do as I'm putting you in my bag. Yes.
It's pretty good.
Well,
I think every single game I play, I end up putting a party member in some kind
in
of
some
bag.
kind of container.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Fine.
in this case, the lizard's probably very upset. I mean, you just like picked his witch up and put it in the bag. So, do you think he would follow you into the bag, there, Daria, or what do you think the lizard's reaction would be to
He
such
can just follow. He's not getting in my bag.
He just gets very confused as to why I'm not writing him. That's
He's
all.
like, wait, that's not how this works. So you guys, do you walk through? Does everybody's going through?
I will flounce
Through. As
Teleportation is my jam.
that's
so...
yeah, and
Shoulders back, chin up. I'm not flouncing.
she's
I'm
like
better
one
at
step. Yeah, as each of you manage your way through this strange door out back of the Colosseum, our scene shifts to Loretta, her shoes pattering straight down, and you go into the diner that you saw the other day. The handsome boy that you met on the street is there, in a very Dean-style clothing getup. Tight Wranglers, tucked in, white pullover shirt. He's rolled the cuffs, and he's wiping the bar area down here in this diner. There's a hefty gentleman with grease all over his white apron in the kitchen, you can see in the back, who is like flipping stuff. And you hear him yell, "Is that the new girl?" Oh, you're muted.
Hi, Loretta Matry. I'm sorry I'm late. Had a little bit of problems with the principal this morning, but I'm here. And what can I do? Hi.
He goes,
Billy.
yeah. He looks. You just hear him say, "Billy, get her trained and get her an apron and tell her thanks for showing up in costume."
Costume?
Yeah, and Billy walks over to you and he says, "It is nice to see you again."
Nice to see you too.
He kind of like smiles too.
So, I guess I'll be waitressing here, or what can I start with?
He kind of looks around. He's like, "Diner is dead. It is so
Oh.
dead. There's nobody here."
Right.
It's a small town. It's like, other than like the old guy in the back drinking coffee, and he goes, well, you could maybe fill the ketchup bottles or something."
On it. And she just kind of starts. It's back behind.
Oh, I should
see
probably
there.
show you around. Yeah, he's like awkward and kind of weird, and he says, "Oh, this way," and he opens the door for you, and gestures you back to the kitchen. He's very gentlemanly, just like you saw on the telly.
Thank you.
And he walks you to the back kitchen, kind of shows you where everything is, and gives you the grand tour. You meet the owner of the establishment, like I said, this kind of gruff individual, and he doesn't say much. He grunts. You're not sure who he's cooking for, because there's nobody here, but he's slinging flapjacks and frying up bacon. And Billy,
Oh, so
yeah,
that's the color bacon's supposed to be. Oh,
Billy says, "Well, I mean, that's turkey bacon,
oh,
which is different. It has a stranger color."
turkey bacon.
Name-
Turkey's hap. This is a new magical world, isn't it?
You're not from around here, are you?
Oh no, I'm from just a little old town named Daydream. Very small town, and not too much different from here.
He says, "So you go to school at Willow Mist?"
I do, and I assume that you go to what's the name of your school?
Oh, Willowbrook. Hi.
Willowbrook.
Yeah.
Oh, are there any good clubs or sports at your school or anything like that? I mean, what do you like to do outside of working at a diner and saving young ladies from untoward gentlemen?
He immediately withdraws when you start asking more about what he likes to do. He's like, I'm boring. I am so boring. I don't do anything.
Well, that's sad to hear. I mean, everyone does a little bit of something. I mean, I like to cook and sew and play with my kitty, Mr. Whiskers, and I also like to draw sometimes and sing. And
he's like nodding along and kind of looking around, and he's like, I have to I have to go out. I'm gonna take the trash out. Okay, I'm gonna take the trash out.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I...
Oh, no. Just,
talking about myself.
No. We're just on the clock. He's kind of strict.
Right. Ketchup bottles.
Right.
I'll be right on that.
And he, like, winks at you as he scutters out back, as if you said something. You don't know what it was, but it set him off. And, yeah.
Bottles.
Ketchup bottles.
Right. And so she starts probably just kind of making sure, like looking at the bottles, making sure that the color matches up and she's not accidentally putting mustard into the ketchup bottle.
Sure, because you don't know the difference.
Yeah. Salt shakers or anything like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you kind of go about it. He does take the trash out and he goes back to wiping down a already clean counter. As we kind of pan out, and the camera cuts to 5 witches that step into the Grand Mall. For those of you that thought this was simply a shopping mall, you were wrong. The Grand Mall is much more than that. It is the hub of the witch world. It houses most of the governmental activity that takes place for the council, the Witches' Council, or the World Witches Order, and it has lots and lots of shopping. A lot of witches that choose to live their life entirely in the witch world have homes here, apartments. There's a giant nightlife. It's more like the way you might picture a space station. Isolated, and it has everything that you could literally ever desire to do. Everything is kind of truncated and sectioned off depending upon whether it's residential or commercial or governmental or those kinds of things. Lucinda, you are home.
All right. Well, what kind of fashion do you all like? I should probably rephrase that. Have any of you ever seen fashion?
Yes, but obviously you haven't.
Oh no, sweetie, I don't see it. I wear it. And I will be undoing my bag and I will take out Daria and untie her and hold it about a foot over the ground and just dump the bag out.
Oh no! Do you let her, like, do you release the magic on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even if she didn't have wings.
Oh, that's true, you're Faye! Yeah, dump, imagine you dump her out and you think she's gonna fall and she doesn't.
I'll just stay this size for a while. This is fine.
I was about to say, and your Grant comes right up to you.
Yeah.
Eliz comes right up to you.
Yes, I'm gonna spend a zap point to cast levitation with my magician's wand on the lizard, and then just kind of fly on its back.
I imagine you like boop the lizard on the nose with what is now an extra tiny little wand, and you boop, and you and the lizard begin to levitate.
Yep.
Jess just looks really confused and just kind of like whispers to Raven, like, I thought we were going to the mall. What is this?
Well, okay, so it's kind of complicated, but this is the mall. It's kind of hard to explain.
This is the mall. This is a mall, I swear.
This is not the mall.
So it's not. I mean, it's not.
It's kind of like if you think about I'm like flying really close to your ear so you can hear me. It's like if you think about DC, like the mundane DC, the National Mall, which is huge and that kind of thing.
Yeah, because when she said mall, I thought we were going to the mall, like the one in town.
Yeah, same actually, but it's kind of clicking now.
So Princess, are you supposed to just chaperone us, or are you supposed to help us?
I assume I'm supposed to help make sure that you don't embarrass yourselves at the Cotillon.
Oh, so you get to help us unfashionables one by one become more fashionable, because we don't know a thing.
I'm assuming there's probably a department store in here I could drop you all off at.
But we have no idea what to do with them. We don't know what fashion is, so we might need one-on-one help, all of us. Right, girls?
Yeah, does dropping us off actually accomplish what you are required to do today?
I was required to bring you to the mall.
And
hopefully make sure that you look good, but I'm fairly sure I've been given an impossible task. I don't really think that's fair.
Oh man.
Morwen goes over to a window, like a display window, and points to something particularly gauche, and it's just like, this?
If that makes you happy, or if you're my grandmother.
Oh, because I was thinking about going to the dance like this, and she just like has like her sports outfit on. It's like, this is good, right?
It looks real good.
It's not fabulous. It's not the best choice you could be making. We could learn to have better choices be made.
All right, so this then. Oh, good.
No. And I will just start walking towards whatever passes for... I was going to say Target, but I'll be nicer and say, like, Macy's.
There is something kind of similar, a place, and large in scale, not like most mundane department stores. This instead has a series of mannequins that float all along the walls. So where usually you would see racks and things, those don't exist. Only mannequins posed in the clothing that you are looking at. And you watch, for those of you that have never shopped in the witch realm before, as you enter the store, there are witches everywhere. And they simply touch the mannequin, and it puts a holograph or an illusion over their outfit of what it would look like on them, in their size and everything. If they don't like it, they double tap, and it drops right back to what they were wearing. The illusion dissipates. And witches all over the store are tapping and trying things on. There are mannequins all along the wall above you.
I'm afraid to ask, but do any of you see anything you like?
I think, I'm guessing Morwen has been here before, but a couple centuries ago.
Yes, it has been a while. The fashion's very different.
It was called the Grand Market when I was here. It was not a mall. There was no, like, technological tapping thing.
It's very tech heavy.
I know. I'm so amazed by it. But I am looking for something. I believe Steph in chat recommended something like Regina Evil Queen outfit from Once Upon a Time, and that is exactly the aesthetic that Morwen is going for.
Okay. I would say, wait a second. Is there a mundane
Not
skill
sure
for
if it's
shopping?
Macy's, but
Right, it may not be here. Most of what you're going to see is pretty generic. You can do a lot of mixing and matching, though, for those of you that are looking to, like, I want this on top and that on bottom. But, let me just double check, because I want to make sure shopping... It is not. Okay, good news. Shopping is not a skill, but pop culture is. Okay.
I'm not looking for anything pop culture.
No,
I'm
you're
looking for
not.
something in my style.
Great. You can take scare.
Cool.
Yeah, you could make a, I want to think this case, it's not really a mind, it's kind of a sense, based attribute, and then you could take scare if you wanted, since you're probably looking for a scarier.
Yeah, I think I have scare as a skill.
Perfect!
Load. Character sheet, load, please.
Anybody else looking for anything in particular? Why Morwen kind of browses with her eyes to make sure
I am going to pick something out for Jess. I'm going to find Jess a tailored tuxedo. Like, if any of you have ever seen Dita Fontees when she wears her tuxedo, like the really nice, like, De La Renta. So it's still pants, because it seems that Jess likes wearing pants, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what sports outfits are. Is that what people wear when they play sports ball? Is pants? Okay.
broom riding, they wear shorts, but yes.
This do get a bit breezy.
So at a 6, you don't see anything in this place like what you're looking for, Morwen. This is definitely not your shop.
Not my store.
Raven's probably going to be looking for something fairly, like, light and girly, probably lavender-ish, something floaty.
Okay.
Flowy.
Lavender.
So that would be the same thing. So if you're kind of doing this search, it would be, what did I just tell her? I said it was the sense, plus any, in this case, I would take from you could do etiquette, or, goodness.
You said senses?
Sense, yeah, senses would be your die. You could do mundane etiquette, you could do, I would also take, witch etiquette, or, yeah, something cute.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys ready for this roll?
Oh no. What does she afford? Well, you find something. It is pink, not lavender. And it's very frilly. And probably looks like an Easter dress that a child would wear, in a larger size for an adult. Definitely not something that most people would be cut dead in.
No. Raven's not gonna go for that.
Yeah, you like hold it up. I was like, wow.
Like, ugh.
At this
My size, but
yeah, I was gonna say, as you hold it up, a very very bolsterous woman comes up and she says, "Now that would look fantastic on you."
oh, you're such a good liar. Here, you can have the dress.
Oh, and she takes it and just puts it back like near the thing, and it again takes it magically into the mannequin. So, what can I help you all with today? I see that maybe we're shopping for dresses.
We're trying to make them look fashionable.
Oh,
It's the end of year dance.
princess.
Yes,
My.
hello.
Can I get you anything? Would you like something?
Would you all like something?
Not here.
Got a little more ones.
I do believe she's asking if you'd like food or drink.
Yes, or anything really. She kind of looks around into panic as if like she needs to find a manager because the princess is here. This is not the usual place for princesses to shop.
Macy's.
You brought us here.
That's the Macy's.
I mean, I could have taken you to Neiman Marcus.
That's true.
Everything costs like triple what it should, or more.
Are you looking for anything in particular, princess, that I can help you with?
Well, and I'll pull Jess forward. I'm kind of thinking, a little bit of a dressy suit vibe. Maybe it's a little sparkle on the lapel.
Okay. Well, we only sell, these suits, and she points to a very small selection of men's suits that aren't anything like that. And she says, but if you want my opinion, there's a tailor, like 10 stores down. He's amazing.
Princess, you see, I was thinking about a dress. That sort of thing.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Okay, what
Nice.
kind of dress would you like?
What do you think? I don't pick out dresses very often.
I can tell. Possibly. Do you have any skirts? I just wanted to say skirts.
I was about to say, she
I just really wanted to say
she looks
skirts.
back and goes, no skirts for the last 30 years.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah.
She says,
I mean, really, what kind of word is that? Who just does that?
yeah. This goes, well, not to bother in your business or anything, but I have a feeling that I could tell you the perfect place to go get your dresses. You don't want to get your dresses here. She looks around, makes sure. Not here.
Where should we go?
Okay, if you want to get your dresses, there's this new store that's opened up, Princess. You've probably never been before, but they are so fashionable.
Where?
Oh, on the second floor? In the luxury district?
Name?
I just wanted to make a Scorch joke, and I'm not going to. I'm not gonna do that. She says, "Oh,
I'm not even looking at chat. Oh, sports. Yes.
Shorts.
Shorts.
Shorts. She says,
Yes,
"Oh, yes,
Jinko jeans.
it's called a Midsummer. A Midsummer.
All right.
New designer. It's
Okay.
all handmade, but you didn't hear it from me."
I will pass her whatever would pass for like a $20 tip.
Yeah, you patch what's considered like which have their own currency system.
Okay.
Which is Yeah, and she goes, "Oh, princess, thank you." And she like pockets it before anybody can see her, because whatever. And she begins to help another customer. "Oh, sir, that looks fantastic on you."
Come on, and I will lead them upstairs to the second floor shop.
Morwen kind of walks next to Raven as they go upstairs, and is just like, "So, the old woman you were going to get your broom from, where was she again?"
Isn't she like back behind the
She was down by, there's a small creek that runs like through a brook, really, that runs through Willowbrook. And in this case, I want to think the one that attached, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but yeah, basically down by the river that runs on the property.
Okay. She was down by the river? Why?
Only curious.
You don't get curious about, like, things that don't mean a lot. So.
Well, I had a dream the other day that the sticky bun was really important, and I just have a hard time shaking that. It's fine. It's probably nothing. It's fine.
Well, I mean, it was. You saw how she reacted. It was definitely important.
You're listening to this, Lucinda. Did you pull her to the side, or are you talking out loud? I guess I should ask that more one.
Talking out loud, hushed tones, but maybe audible. Yeah.
Okay. You hear them kind of talking about the sticky bun, and you may have been able to piece part of the conversation together, Lucinda, or at least to some degree. More importantly, you know that the Great Mall is, like I said, houses most of the activities of the Worldwide Witches Order and the things that they do, and more importantly, they have regular public meetings. This is a witches-only community, and therefore all witches want to be heard, and they live here for that purpose. So they hold regular public council meetings in a very specific area here in the Grand Mall. The Squirts game is on point.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information.
You're not. You're just supposed to hang on to it. Just hang on to it.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally, you don't know it. Yeah, you don't have to do anything with it. I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
I was getting distracted by all of Devin's Squirt jokes.
They're good Squirt jokes. I'm too getting distracted. So as you guys continue to walk, are you trying to locate this shop, Midsummer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As you guys walk and talk, Morrowind kind of relays this to the group. Does anybody... Nope. Yes, no? Great. You guys make it to Midsummer. No problem. You walk and kind of talk. Along the way, you see a few crazy things. Bizarre pet shops, lots of different food stalls, things of that nature, apothecary shops, supply shops, herbal shops, tool shops, wand shops, broom shops, Vespa shops, all kinds of things. And you do find what she's talking about, a place called Midsummer. And this shop is unlike anything that you've seen. It's completely themed, and as you walk in, it feels like a beautiful enchanted forest. All of the dresses have a very unique and elegant feel to them, along with a few like suits, tuxes, those kinds of things. But this seems more everybody's speed, probably what you actually need for the festival.
I'll start looking around for a dress in my style, but I think I also kept an eye out on the way here just in case Midsummer was too contemporary.
Mm-hmm. It does feel a smidge contemporary, possibly. There are plenty more what the witches like to call gothic shops, where black becomes the color of choice, along with sequins, lace, and spiderwebs.
Yes, all of those sound great.
Yeah. For the sake of this, we'll say that it's next door, and it's called, oh god, I want to think of a good name for it, but I probably won't be able to off the top of my head. It's, yeah.
Squirt topic.
Squirt topic. I was literally going to make a hot topic joke. Devin Rue is in my, like, they are in my brain. Or that was Marcy. No, yes.
No, that was Will that said.
Oh, it was Will. Yeah, somebody's in my brain because I was going to make a hot topic joke. But basically, it's a very elegant hot topic.
A terrible thing.
You have the squirts rule supreme.
I'm gonna go find a picture of me wearing a skort from like my photo.
I probably have some somewhere out there in the deep darkest. So as you guys continue to shop about, you definitely can walk just down the way. You pass it more when it's here on this top floor. Like I said, this is kind of the luxury district, so you're gonna have nicer clothing. This is definitely not where you're gonna find outlet malls. This is where you're gonna buy your diamonds, you're gonna buy your rare and precious stones, and very high-end clothing. Morticia's Attic, done. Morticia's Attic sits next to Midsummer. Perfect. Yep. Thank you, Devin. And
Devin Rue
nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Thank you, Devin.
I love Devin.
So you guys are able to kind of shop about. Instead of me telling you what's available, I'd be more interested to hear what you're looking for and what you're actually able to find.
Lucinda will take a deep breath. I don't think we're getting anywhere this way. How about I start with each of you? Raven, what would you like to wear? Lavender?
Yes, I do like lavender.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole section of like fairy type themes here in the Midsummer store that seem to kind of live in that beautiful pastel place.
Raven was probably drawn straight to it and almost skipped to it. In fact, the entire like walk here, she was kind of like that puppy that you take on a hike with you, and they end up hiking like 500 times what you did because they're going back and forth between the group and like different things that they're looking at. So yeah, she's been running all over and looking at everything as they were walking slowly sauntering down the thing. Raven was going like running circles around them.
And Loretta's not with us, right?
Not at the moment. Loretta is not with you.
Okay. Lizard girl.
God.
What would you like to wear?
I don't really know. You know, it's not really my thing very much.
What would Grant Ellis like to wear?
You mean Granty Liz?
Granty Liz? Yeah. Granty Liz, you hear him say in his own little voice, he goes, "You do have to dress up, Daria."
I'm sorry, it must have been my accent.
Hold on one second.
Eliding too many of the L's.
Get to somebody else. I'm going to ask Grant what he wants to wear.
Oh, yes. You're walking around trying to figure out exactly what is right for a lizard. Because you can only rightfully say... Am I guessing that the lizard's your date?
He's going to have sequins. He's going to want sequins.
Like, I don't know why now I picture him in like an Elton John style like jacket. Like just something awful.
Yeah. Grant or the lizard? Because I could see both of them wearing.
I was going to say what... Both?
Both.
We have both.
Or like an ABBA jumpsuit.
So, yeah, an ABBA jumpsuit. So, while we wait on this...
Let's play dress up with Grant Ellis. Okay.
Is the lizard your date, Daria?
She's talking to the lizard to find out what he wants to wear. So I will move over to Jess and be like, well, if you want to wear a dress, why don't you show me what you like?
Yeah, so she actually just is very specific about red, slimming, kind of like draws attention away from the shoulder. Like she knows exactly what she wants. She was just kind of like giving Lucinda a hard time. So just kind of gives these exact.
Okay. All right. So I will look about for something of that nature. Draws attention away from the shoulders. No giant shoulder pads. And slimming. Although you know that if you do put shoulder pads on, it does make the rest of you look thinner.
Also a true story.
Oh.
She said slimming.
Just what
Just gonna...
I mean, you did.
Yes. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Just
It's like shoulder pads, but then there are those like sort of feathery, lacy epaulets.
Epaulets. Would you like epaulets, Jess?
we'll see.
We'll see.
We're gonna.
With fringe? She doesn't look happy.
And you guys begin to kind of go around and look for things that are more of like a either a tailored suit, if that's what you're looking for, or maybe you find a totally different dress.
Yeah.
You find, how about this, what you're looking for.
It's like Lady Gaga goes to band camp or something.
Man.
Yeah, so her, so like, when we're actually going for the dresses, she's very serious about this. Like, there's just like, she's very specific and very serious about
Lucinda is very surprised
Okay.
at how specific, and you sense a kind of grudging respect from Lucinda that you know what you want and that you're picking it out quite well. Well, lizard girl,
Oh, I don't know. Probably sequins.
would you like
No idea.
sequins?
Oh no, not for me. No.
I want to
Think
stop
so.
by Raven as she's kind of looking at dresses and just say, I'm going to duck next door. None of this is for me.
Ooh, do you want me to come with you?
Oh, I'll be fine. Pick out your dress and maybe something for Percy. She'd probably appreciate that.
Oh, yes. I'll get something for Percy. She'll love it.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of like back out of the store and go over to Morticia's attic.
Yeah, you round the corner Morticia's attic, and we're going to get to you in just a second.
I know.
Because that's a whole separate place to shop. So, did our lizard decide what he wanted?
No.
That's all
I'm
right.
just gonna go with sequins.
I was going to say,
now.
technically, you don't have to tell me exactly what you end up looking like
Yeah.
until next episode, because that's actually when the Yule Cotillion is. But you guys begin shopping about, finding exactly what it is that you're looking for. Lucinda, do you already have your dress?
I think I have my dress, yes.
I suspected you probably, like, came to Willow Mist with all of your things.
Yes.
Oh, what
Yeah,
did you say?
we got it. Lizard Grant would want to dress up like Glenda the Good Witch.
Well, friends,
Legit.
there is you actually have to go to a special shop then, one for familiars, where creature and monster and animal clothing is made. And you
The equivalent of putting a sweater on your pug.
you managed to find the pinkest, frilliest, biggest, glitteriest, sparkliest, most impressive gown for Grant. With the skirt.
Isn't she beautiful?
Morwen, as you look behind you as you enter this shop, all you see is a lizard in a dress as it floats past. And when you enter Morticia's, what do we call it? Morticia's closet? What was it called? Morticia's
Closet was a
attic. At her attic, right. When you enter Morticia's attic, the entire everything mood changes. The outside sounds go silent, and as you enter, one of the local witch stations, radio stations, plays kind of a darker music. A witch sings a enchantment song over the radio, and a brooding, very pale-faced woman stands behind a counter. She speaks at none to you. She simply looks up and regards you with her eyes.
I'm looking for a dress for the Yule Cotillion at Willow Mist.
How horrible.
I figured I'd go in my style rather than theirs. Any recommendations?
I respect that. Are you looking for death or mourning? What is your term?
Death and power.
Oh. She smiles. Let me check the back. And she leaps behind a curtain. The phone at the reception area, or at this checkout counter, begins to ring. And it rings, and it rings. And finally she comes back, and all you see is, like, the hand come from behind the curtain. She picks it up, pulls it behind, and you hear whispering, and the curtain comes back, and she says, "Are you Morwen?"
Yes.
Well, it's for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll take the phone. Hello, this is Morwen.
You hear a voice and a laughter that you know all too well on the other end. Your mentor giggles and she says, "You don't have to be so formal, Morwen."
I wasn't sure it was you. I thought it could be like the headmistress or something. Ugh.
You have crossed over into our realm again. I can always feel it when you're here.
It's good to be back.
Did you get the sticky bun?
Slight hitch with the sticky bun. I have an idea, though. What should I do with it if I have it?
It is unfortunately too late. Another witch has acquired a bumbleberry bun.
Oh.
Morwen. Do you remember I told you of a great ritual? We talked about it, what it would mean to awaken her.
Yes.
You know that we need witches. A lot of them. And you know
I've
that
ended up with a lot of them.
if you could hear a smile, you did on the other end. And she says, "You're right. You did. Tomorrow evening at the Yule Cotillion, we will make the sacrifice. Be out before midnight. I cannot save you." And the line goes dead.
I'll hand the phone back to the shopkeeper and say, death, power, and shadow, please.
She says, "You need a cape." And she holds up the perfect dress, as if she could not have nailed it better. And she reaches over and gives you this beautiful black velvet cape, but the velvet has been cut, like almost die cut into spider webs along the back. It's so beautiful. And it could not have been more of the shadow that you were looking for. And as all of you have collected yourself, and Lucinda has done her best to help each of you locate your dress, you begin to head back to what can only be assumed as the door back to Willow Mist. But along your way, yes.
I would like to point out that when the girls weren't looking, Lucinda bought them matching handbags for their dresses.
Oh, Lucinda.
And put them in their bags. They won't know how they got there.
Okay. All right, you guys don't know how they got there. We'll say that you will find them later. So you guys begin to exit, and you pass by something interesting on your way back. Almost like the entrance and exit are on different places. Lucinda kind of leads you to a different end of the mall, we'll say. And you pass by a few things. One thing catches your eye, all of you. Your headmistress stands inside of a large room full of other witches sitting in rows, staring at what seems to be some kind of council that sits behind a long table. There's about 30 of them. And the glass, you can't hear or see what they are saying, but there seems to be a lot of heated conversation happening. And your headmistress stands up. When she does, most of the people simmer down, and she begins to speak to them. You're unable to hear or tell what she is saying.
I can't imagine that's good.
Can I try and make a a sense roll, see if I can hear it.
Sure, yeah. And do you get extra senses for being a werewolf?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
1d10, and I think I get like, let me just double check, because I have the busybody thing as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would be, yeah, you could busybody, which I think gives you some kind, for like listening or eavesdropping.
Yeah.
There's a bonus for that.
Busybody. There we go. +1 to sense die. Oh boy, that makes it as...
It's pretty good.
All right, that's a... All right, Leigh.
I love that. I love how the skills work in this game.
It's so brilliant. I love the dice setup. It's just wonderful. I love it.
Right.
All right. And we ended up with a 13. So, two things happen as you guys kind of stand there. The rest of you don't hear it, but just if you kind of close your eyes, close off one sense to allow another one to become heightened, your werewolf senses, I guess, kick in. Your hearing perks up, and you begin to barely make it out, as if they are kind of behind muffled glass, almost. And your headmistress, she speaks to everyone, and she says, "Please, we cannot panic. This is not a time. We must prepare. We knew this day would come." And some people like rise up, and when the kind of commotion starts to be, it becomes hard to hear. But werewolves also have a sense of smell, and they smell a lot of things that the normal people don't, including fear. And that room is full of fear.
Oh.
It permeates the space. It makes your stomach churn.
Oh, yeah. So you just see, like, yeah, just get kind of like, just eyes go wide, and just kind of like, makes kind of like a wide frown, and just kind of looks at the girls. I think I can't hear what they're saying, but they seem very afraid, like very, very afraid of what's happening. I don't know what's about.
Raven
I'm
kind
sure
of
we'll
elbows
find
you
out at some
because-
point.
Who elbows who? Somebody elbows somebody.
Raven
Oh.
elbowed Shauna.
Yes.
You don't remember?
Oh,
Just-
is that? You think that's what that's about?
I mean,
Oh, we're in a lot of trouble, aren't we?
let's just go.
And as you guys turn to go, the long-lost Cersei comes pittering up. "Oh, I found you guys! Hey, you left me behind!"
Summer.
Oh, how lucky we are.
"Oh, you bought stuff!"
Yes, we're just about to leave.
"Oh. Okay." And she kind of just tips her head and literally just turns around and goes right back the direction she came, as if it is just a no big deal. And the six of you, plus Cersei, begin to head back to Willermist. And as you cross the threshold, night has come and gone. Once again, the passage of time changes when you portal hop. And
Sometimes
yeah.
I wonder if I look in one of her ears, if I can see the sun shining through the other one.
Do you live with it?
It's difficult.
she trips over a trash can.
Hey, that's usually me.
I love that so much. Yeah.
Raven, don't even compare yourself.
I mean, if anybody's gonna trip out of all of us, it's probably gonna be me. But, you know, it's kind of nice to see somebody else do that.
And as you guys come back through, night has once again set, and Loretta is finishing up her shift at the diner. Most of the day has gone by, Loretta, pretty normal. You've worked a diner before, but Billy was not quite as talkative as he was at the start of the day. He has been very cordial, and at the end of the day, as things begin to close down, because it is a small town, everything closes at 5, he walks over to you, and he says, Loretta, I'm really sorry if I've been weird.
Oh, I didn't notice.
He says you're so polite. I guess I was wondering if are you doing anything tomorrow night? Would you like to go to a movie with me?
Oh, I would love to, but you see, my school...
you don't like me, do you? Oh.
No, you're a very, very nice man. I even though I know we just met. But you see, my school has its Yule Cotillion tomorrow evening. Actually, it's a school dance, and I don't have a date yet.
He smiles and he says, "Well, is it weird of me to ask you to your own dance?"
I don't think so.
Well, Miss Maytree, would you like to go with me to the dance?
I would be honored.
And he kind of he basically chucks in a laugh afterwards. And he blushes and says, "Okay, I have to go find a suit."
Oh, I imagine you do. Well, I suppose I can make you one if you're not able to find one this last minute. But
he literally he just reaches his hand out and tenderly puts it on your shoulder, and he says, "I would never ask you to go out of your way like that. I guess I'll see you at Willow Mist at 7?
Sounds like a date.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
Are you cold? I could find you.
Oh, no. He says 7. And he kind of goes out the back, and clearly his shift is done, as is yours. As you hear the gruff man, your boss, say, "Would you go back now? I'd like to close the store."
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I need a dress now. Bye.
And you pitter out and back, and just in time to meet your sisters, who carry shopping bags, along with the princess and her right-hand woman, Cersei. As they come kind of across the lawn. It's dinner. The dinner bell rings in the mess hall. If you guys wanted to head that direction or go back to your dorms, do whatever you like. It's, I'd say, about 5:30.
I am going to kind of thank everyone and look at Lucinda and just say, I appreciate the help.
You're welcome.
See you tomorrow. The Yule Cotillion's going to be quite an event. And then I'm gonna poof for a second and head over to the normal mall and the sticky bun cart and use the last of my money because I spent a lot of it on that dress.
True story. So you're gonna go all the way back. You go and you meet the little prepubescent kid that's running it. He's gonna take you back into the black market.
I'm just gonna prepubescent.
Yeah, he's just this weird. Yeah.
Is he allowed to work?
He's also a witch, or is involved somewhere in the witch world. You can only rightfully assume. But yeah, he's pimply face. He can't be more than 13.
Yeah. So I'm going to go talk to him.
Okay.
And order a bun.
Okay. Like a normal Cinnabon bun? Because that's the stand he's working at.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And that's my dinner. And I am going to say... So, there's a grand world out there, and there's a Yule Cotillion at Willow Mist tomorrow.
Oh. What? Oh! Oh! Are you asking me out?
You should come.
With you?
Sure. Dress in something to die for.
He immediately rips his Cinnabon hat off and he holds it tight. He's he tries to put his hair down. He's like, okay, yeah, okay.
And then I'm going to walk around the corner and poof again and go back to the school and go back to my room and start getting a few things in order.
Anything else anybody wants to do?
Loretta's going to go back to her room and conjure up yards of fabric, a sewing machine.
Yep.
Seek, like, ribbon, just all of the various effects, a hat stand, just shopping spree to the max.
Okay.
And she just gets to work. She even starts on a little tuxedo front for Mr. Whiskers, you know, so he looks dapper and everything too.
I was about to say, this actually, there's a role for this. In this case, this would be, I'll say you can probably conjure all the things up. That's not really the issue. Do you have any kind of etiquette?
I do have sewing.
Oh, you do have sewing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then add the sewing to it. Let's make this gosh, I've got capers on the brain. Let's make this probably a Mendel.
Let's see, it is a mind roll.
Oh, it is a mind roll, so it is based on your mind. Okay, great. Then make the mind roll plus,
Well, it's a art, so sewing, so mind roll. So
mind
that
roll?
would be 8 plus 3. 8 plus 7.
D8 plus 3, let's see how you do. And I'm sure, Raven, did you find her address?
Yes, I would have found dresses.
Great, so...
And my sister.
Loretta, there is just not enough time. You begin working, and it's not coming together the way you want. And you realize, only after working for a while, that there sits a gift on your bed. A present. That includes a beautiful dress, very much your style. Could be altered to be even more your style, possibly. Relatively simple to start, but there's also a matching handbag.
Raven would have gone for red, seeing as how you've been picking red a lot.
Aww.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
She
Raven
tears
also
up her
got
creation.
one for her other sister, too.
Aww.
She tears up her creation and starts making rosettes to go on said dress.
Yes. It's coming together much better now. And Lucinda, once you have done your duty for the day, what is it that Lucinda does when she departs from the group to go back to her room?
I have my own room, right? I don't sleep
All Willow Mist girls share a room with 5 others.
Oh, bugger.
Cersei is in your room.
Oh, good. I will go back to my room and I will kick them all out.
They leave.
Okay. And I will wait to make sure they're gone. And then I will take out a very small book. And I will start writing about how I spent the day with other witches and helped them pick out dresses.
And the of a pen, probably a quill of some kind, because why not, scratches away at the page as you write down this little kept secret. Something that you might have dreamed about for a really long time. And our other 5 witches, after dinner and things, come back to find Loretta, fabric everywhere, but dress on a dress stand, beautiful. And the evening grows dark, and the decorations have begun to be strung outside of the main hall where the Yule Cotillion will take place in less than 24 hours. Lights and the such, and it's almost as if fairies string them up. There is nobody, but they fly through the sky like little lightning bugs, stringing things, putting up streamers, adding icicles, and the works to the outside of what is already a beautiful building. And the warm lights of the strings that they have put up are all that illuminate the room that the 5 of you stand in. Your other sister has not returned.
Well, I got her address anyways. It took the last of my savings, but I hope she likes it. And there is now a box with wrapping paper that is lavender with white stars all over it.
Oh,
I'm sure she'll love it.
oh yes, Lucinda.
And then, like, Jess just like Instagrams all the photos she's been taking to
to her. Yes, yeah, you know,
like,
she'd love that.
Yeah.
I was gonna gonna say, because Morwen does not have a phone, or else she might have taken one or two.
That's true.
Loretta's still looking at all their phones confusedly,
So
and
confused.
well, Mr. Whisker starts rolling around with the fabric and batting it with everyone's handbags.
Jess, use the hashtag dress to die for.
She'll love it.
Yes, of
Ooh, I
course.
like that one. I'll use that too.
Right?
Yeah, you guys like begin just vigorously texting your sister, who you know that she will absolutely love. And Lucinda.
I would I meant to say this when I said this about the handbags and I forgot because reasons.
That's okay.
When Raven goes to check her stuff and the other girls go to check their stuff, they find that their money is still in their wallets. Inexplicably so.
None of you paid a dime for your dresses. Not a single witch.
But none of you saw me do anything.
Oh, but Morwen just like finds the money and just like, okay.
I'm still not sure I got a dress, but Daria definitely is.
It's okay, Grant got a dress.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Daria is just like studying history
That's all
frantically.
we care about.
Daria's
Grant Liz
right.
in a Glinda the Good Witch costume.
Daria
Someone photoshopped that.
Daria is studying history frantically, trying to figure out as much as she can learn about. I keep wanting to just call her Echidna.
That's okay. We'll call her whatever. Her name is literally thousands of years lost to time, so...
Fair enough. Yeah, studying as much as she can about Echidna as Grant Ela's just pirouettes in a
Yeah.
dress.
Morwen, your owl is like, look, you can tell. You just know it is judging that lizard. And more importantly, the fat cat that lays on the bed that is just a normal cat is judging it twice as hard. And as the scene takes place and you all realize that Princess Lucinda Nightbane may have done a good deed today, and in all of your favors, Daria's flipping of the pages, and as you run your finger down the page, you begin to read more and more about the last and youngest child of Lilith, and the devastation that she caused on our world for so long. Our camera will pan out over the site of Willow Mist Academy, the night before the Yule Cotillion. Something stirs in the distance and in the night. The witches are alive. They are choosing sides. And we're going to have to see which side everybody else stands on next game.
Hashtag dress to die for.
Hashtag
Yes.
dress to die
Yes.
for. So, ladies and gentlemen and chat, we have come to the end of today's game. So let's go around. We're going to meet our this awesome
Oh,
cast
Grant's here.
one more time. Oh, just in time.
And Grant.
You made it.
You were doing pirouettes in
You
your
were.
costume, and I'm assuming you were pirouetting to find soup.
Yes.
I also have a wand that causes levitation, so it's just this floating pirouette.
Yep. So you definitely have found your Glinda dress. You are levitating in your own beautiful lizard way across their dorm room at the moment while the owl and the cat judge you. I feel like there's another story in there somewhere. The day the owl and the cat judged the lizard. It's like a fable in and itself.
Grant knows
all
not
in
to
the
trust
meeting.
owls by now. It's fine.
That sounds like one of those apocalyptic 1950s movies. The day the owl and the cat found the lizard.
Dun dun. Oh man. So for all of you that popped up in chat because there were a lot of new people, thank you. This is a kind of indie game that has been on the market for a little bit, but I fell in love, and when Malcolm, the writer, reached out to me, I just knew that I had to find this incredible group of people to come roll dice for this game. So if you want to learn more about Witch Girls, you can do so on DriveThruRPG, but more importantly, because you're in chat tonight, I actually have a great discount code, a bundle code, or link really, in fact, where you can get 20 Witch Girl PDFs, including the character design, like intro book, and the main book and all the other books that are out there with all the witch stuff, including lore, locations, different types and new types of magic, by hitting this link right here. So Witch Girls bundle will get you there. There is one that's a PDF bundle, so like I said, 20 PDFs. There's another one that is the 20 PDFs plus a print copy of the core book. And like I said, I love this game. And one of the things I really love about it, if you're out there and you're looking for games that are good for kids, this is a great game for kids. It's very, very easy to understand. The book is beautiful, lots of pictures. And really would serve kids at a table if you're looking for something that's a little less violent, we'll say. Yeah, so let's go around. We're going to go backwards this time, and we will be starting with our guest, the Opera Geek, and the one and only Princess Lucinda.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I am, you can find me at the Opera Geek on Twitter, Instagram, not Facebook, because someone took the Opera Geek, which is just rude. So it's just Opera Geek. I normally can be found on Wednesday afternoons on the Greyhawk channel, playing Greyhawk Singiest Bard Brelinda. And then on Wednesday nights in Grant Ellis's Unearthly Twilight's Invisible Sun Across the Actuality game, playing Armida with her six-eyed companion cat Archie, who is just really the star of our show, if we're going to be honest. I am, as the name suggests, an opera singer, and you can see my stuff on my Twitters and on my website and all the singing kind of things. And yeah, that's me.
That's you! Like I said, I can't tell you how excited I was to be able to even snag you just for one game. So thank you so much for being here. I know 2 hours seems like a short time for Lucinda to go shopping, but she did it.
Considering how much time Kelly usually spends shopping, walk in, I hate all this crap, and walk out. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. And next up, we have Gluttonous Geek.
Hi there, I'm Catherine Barsonistas of the Gluttonous Geek, a recipe and food blog for the those who are interested in video games, movies, television shows, all that. You can find me at the gluttonousgeek.com or gluttonous_geek on Twitter.
Awesome. And you guys feel free, if you want to drop some links in chat, you're welcome to do so. So you can link people to all of your goods. Next up, we have Eris. Oh yes.
Hey, Witch Girl Adventures actually gave me 3 Lucinda books during the game.
That's amazing! Now you can be your best princess.
I can live my best life.
You can live your best princess life. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Witch Girl.
Oh, I meant to say treat yourself at some point during this episode. No.
Well, it sounds to me, I'll tell you, the love for this show has just, there's been such an outpouring that I'm looking at some time next year running an extended campaign of it, because I just think possibly a summer campaign, because people are just in love. They're in love with all of you. They're in love with this game. So, yeah.
You said summer campaign, and I heard Witch Girls Summer Camp.
Witch Girl Summer Camp.
Way better idea. I love that so much. Awesome. Eris.
Hi, I'm Eris Savad. I'm a seamstress. I make a bunch of dice trays and bags and all sorts of nerdy things. I also play a lot of RPGs. The best way to find me and see what I'm doing is to just go onto Twitter at Eris Savad, just like they have up there. I don't know which way it is.
Below.
That way.
Yes, there, perfect. Nailed it.
You can also find the stuff I make and any questions on erissavad.com, which is also spelled the same way, without the at symbol in front, obviously. But yeah. Anyways, I do that. I also, I've been streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays during the day, where I'm actually making dice trays and dice bags and stuff like that. So you can actually watch me make stuff.
That's cool.
And then go online, like immediately after stream or like half an hour after stream and buy what I made that day.
That's awesome. And it's the holidays, gang, and you know, we're all looking for like things to get our nerd friends.
Yeah, I got some keychain bags, and I've got them in multiple colors. So I'm kind of waiting for someone to come clear me out for stocking stuffers for their gaming groups. But somehow I still have some stuff left. That's
There we
fine.
go.
Oh, it looks like
Whatever.
that might be having a problem. Chat, you should go fix that problem. Go fix that problem.
These are really cool. This is one of her keychain bags.
That is really cool.
But it's mine. This pattern is mine.
Oh,
You can't have it.
well,
Yep.
says the
I picked that
princess.
fabric for Kelly only. I
So
know, right?
beautiful.
Totally not feeding that ego at all.
I love it. I love it. Cool. And next up, we have Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee. You can find me at RayDNR on Twitter, and also DMing for the podcast that I am a part of, Fate and the Fable Maidens, which is an all-women, family-friendly podcast playing D&D. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love doing it. I'm also getting to podcast with North by Northwest this week, and I'm very excited about it. They announced on Twitter today, so I feel like I have more permission to talk about it. Very psyched. Anyway, that's where you can find me podcasting. Stream-wise, I'm going to be doing a couple holiday streams.
Cool.
I think I actually have a game with Grant later this week. I have games with Scraticus, and also I just finished a campaign on Scraticus, and we just wrapped our Nerd Immersion stream for this 2018 year. I'll be back for a lot of stuff in January 2019. Not sure exactly what all it is yet, or can't say what all it is yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it. So follow me on Twitter or follow me on Twitch, because I'm also doing some streaming of my own now too, and I plan to officially launch my channel maybe in January, and it'd be kind of cool if I made affiliate by the time I did that. So
That would be cool. So again, another goal that we can definitely help with.
thanks.
I think we can help with that.
Yeah, go follow RayDN on Twitch.
Yeah, go do that. Awesome. Fantastic. And next up, we have Shauna.
Hey, Shauna, Flying Cirrus on Twitter. Wednesday, you can see me on Mondays on the Greyhawk channel at 8:30, where we play against the Giants. There's a lot of awesome giant fights. It's been great, and Brock has been giving us so many little minions. I'm afraid for them. And tomorrow, Saturdays, Power Score RPG playing Hell's Rebels, where at 6:30, where I play like a Princess Lucinda type. So it's really interesting to see the opposite end of that. It's awesome.
Nice. Very nice. Lots of places. Again, these people are incredible role players and gamers, so clearly they share the internet space all over. And last but certainly not least, one of my favorite DMs, who I get to play with, Don't Trust the Owls, which I think I'm going to learn on Sunday, Marcy.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcy. I do a lot during the week, so I'm going to try to get this out as quickly as possible. So I'm one half of the Phantom Roll booth. On Tuesdays, we're doing Monster Hearts, which I run. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite systems. It's so lightweight and fun. On Wednesdays, I'm on Bag of Snails channel with Scion, where I play a roller derby garbage princess named Helena Xenakis. On Thursdays, back on Phantom Roll booth with something we call Ballad of the Garbage People. It's a Star Wars campaign that we recently changed to Stars Without Number. We're calling it Star Wars Without Number.
That's awesome.
Friday, I'm here for the rest of the month. Saturdays, every other one, Goldheart Group Gaming is doing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and that's what we're doing right now. And then we'll be going into the Dungeon of the Bad Mage if we ever get there. We're taking our time, and it's lovely. And then finally on Sundays, I run the Owl of Lycia every other Sunday on Monte Cook Games Twitch channel.
It's a true story. And I'm Little Red Dot. I am the DM and crazy person that runs this channel here, where we sling dice. Sometimes I play video games, and yeah, so I want to thank you for coming out. This is our third of 4 games. We will have our closeout episode next week, the finale, where the Yule Cotillion is going to happen, one way or the other. So make sure to tune in for that. If you'd like to follow me, I'm going to drop some links right here. The best way to keep in contact with me is definitely on Twitter. That's where I keep kind of my schedule and all the many places that I play, which includes Mondays over on Nerd Immersion's channel through a Princess of Apocalypse campaign that I swear is never going to end. It's the forever game. It's a forever game is what that is. You can also check me out starting in the month of January right here back on this channel with our next rendition of our kind of monthly indie, which is actually content that I wrote using Fate Core System. We will be playing through the Fate of the Appliance Wars. If you like the Brave Little Toaster, you will like this campaign. So just be ready for that. One's coming in January. In addition, you can catch me starting, it's officially been announced as of today, starting late January on Thursdays, I'll be over with Pro Restarter, DMing a new D&D campaign called The Little Things, where we follow a group of adolescents and children through the world of Faerun and see what Faerun's like through their eyes. Let's see what I do. Saturdays, you can catch me over on Roll For It in a Vampire the Masquerade campaign that is getting heated. Yo, like super heated. So if you're in for political drama and horrible kindred, well. Oh, and I wear dreadlocks, so there's that too. You can come check that out as well. Let's see, and then every other Sunday, I'm over there on Monty Cook's channel with Marcy, playing some Cypher. So that's kind of what I've got lined up at the moment. I think I covered everything. Oh, and of course, my home away from home, North by Northwest. So if you need a podcast, I got one for you. It's called North by Northwest, where Renee's actually going to be guesting, and we bring a lot of really cool guests on, and we have hit our third season, or third volume, officially. So big deals, big stuff. You can catch all of that in the links below, as well as the ones that are being dropped in chat. So show all of these incredible ladies some love, and we will be here next week to, cast some magic and, do that thing that witches do. And
thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much.
So fun.
And for next week, don't do anything that Grant and Liz wouldn't do. Nothing the lizard wouldn't do.
Which isn't much.
Isn't much.
It's really not. The lizard is very much. It's very much just
true to life.
True to life.
So
Yeah.
true. He just
runs 20 games in a row.
Crazy.
Eats soup all day long.
And wears pink dresses. So.
What a wild lizard.
Awesome. Thanks so much out there to chat, and we will see you guys next week. Same witch time, same witch channel. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.